Hello to everyone watching and welcome back to RealScreenReviews.com. I'm Nick Iacobucci and today I'll be giving you movie news updates for the week ending Saturday, August 11th, 2012. I will be covering information on the recently announced remake of The Magnificent Seven, The Avengers II, The Justice League, and the long-awaited third installment of the Bill and Ted franchise. Well, I say we get right to it. Our first story to cover on this news brief is the recently announced remake of The Magnificent Seven. Now, MGM has recently hired novelist Nick Pizzolatto to draft a reinvention of this classic story as a vehicle for worldwide star Tom Cruise. Now, this is actually what I would deem a double remake because this version would be a remake of the 1960 amazing and fantastic film The Magnificent Seven that starred legends Yul Brynner, Steve McQueen, James Coburn, and Charles Bronson. That film was actually a remake of the 1954 amazing and fantastic film The Seven Samurai, starring Toshiro Mifune and directed by renowned filmmaker Akira Kurosawa. This story tells the tale of 7 warriors or gunmen that are hired by a peasant village to defend them against an evil clan of banditos. Now, they didn't have just big names for the American version, they had huge names, and that seems to be the case for this newest version as well. Tom Cruise, Matthew McConaughey, Matt Damon, and Jeremy Renner have all been mentioned as potential gunslingers for this reinvention, and they will need a great director as well. John Sturges helmed the 1960s classic, and you're going to have a director with real guts to take on this one. John Sturges also directed The Great Escape and wasn't afraid to let heroes die or live with flaws, and this director's films didn't always end the way audiences wanted them to. The first name that came to my mind was William Friedkin, but Oliver Stone or Darren Aronofsky could also handle the reins of a project like this. If they choose to go with the flawed heroes, you almost need as much talent in front of the camera as behind it. Moral complications are difficult to portray on screen, and these men learned a lot about themselves, as well as learning more than a few qualities about family and life itself. Many selfish characters also come to the realization that some things are worth defending or even dying for. Next, we also got word of a confirmed sequel to the worldwide box office juggernaut known as The Avengers. Since starting off the summer movie season with an explosion, The Avengers has gone on to rake in almost $1.5 billion, and a sequel was definitely not a surprise, just a matter of the light turning green. I'm almost positive that the cast is already contractually obligated to appear in more films. I could be wrong on that, but it was just announced that Disney chief Bob Iger has just signed Joss Whedon to write and direct a sequel. Disney has once again put all their faith into the correct man to oversee this project. Put simply, they have chosen a geek to put this film together. Whedon is a grown-up geek that totally understands who these heroes are and how entertaining they can be. The Avengers was an example of just how entertaining you could make a summer movie, and the second time that I saw it, I had my parents and nephews with me. I was accompanied by 4 people ranging in age from 72 down to 6, and nobody disliked it. Now that says a lot for the word appeal. Now, the only downside is that we will have to wait until at least 2015 to see this. Disney and Marvel Studios are currently shooting Iron Man 3, as well as working on Captain America: Winter Soldier, Thor: The Dark World, and yet another standalone Hulk feature. With all of these projects, Phase 2 of the Marvel Universe looks to be just as fantastic as Phase 1, and there really is no surprise that it will take some time to get all of these heroes back together on the big screen at the same time. Initial speculations have also named the newest villain as Thanos, a popular villain in the Marvel Comics, but this is just speculation. Now, I have some brief Justice League information as well. Most people know that Will Beall, a veteran TV writer and the writer of the film Gangster Squad, was hired to write the script for the Justice League, but what I read this week is that the script is actually completed. The finished script was supposedly turned in even though the feature is rumored to be at least 3 years away. Also, it has been mentioned and already shot down that actor turned director and Oscar winner for writing, Ben Affleck, has been mentioned to direct the new Justice League project. Rumor was that Affleck was offered and already turned down helming what could be one of the biggest movies in upcoming years. Christopher Nolan has also put to rest that he will not, repeat not, be attached to this film in any way as of this recording. After completing his Dark Knight trilogy and now overseeing a very good portion of the Man of Steel project, I guess we just have to give the man a break. The Justice League would consist of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, maybe more, maybe less, but as of right now, it's definitely moving ahead. Also moving forward is a Wonder Woman film being written by Michael Goldenberg, who helped write Green Lantern. I know that doesn't inspire much confidence with me. Another character that also seems to be getting the solo treatment is The Flash. The other three writers of the Green Lantern feature have two of them writing a script for The Flash, and they would be Mark Guggenheim and Michael Green, with the third scribe, Greg Berlanti, to sit in the director's chair. Also, Warner Brothers chairman Jeff Robinoff has said that they are moving forward with another Green Lantern movie, and this time they would be taking it into a darker and more serious Christopher Nolan direction. Speaking of a serious tone, the rumor is that the Justice League feature is very real world and that the script is quite dark and mature. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. At this point, we also don't know if these will be independent features or part of an Avengers-style collaboration where it all comes together with the Justice League feature. Finally, in the entertainment news, it has been confirmed that there's definitely going to be a Part 3 in the future for Bill S. Preston Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan. I'm of course speaking about the Bill and Ted franchise. Original stars Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter are said to be happy to be on board, as they are going to be working from a script from original writers Ed Solomon and Chris Matheson. A director has also been hired in the name of Dean Pariseau, and he will be in charge of this newest excellent adventure. Mr. Pariseau directed Galaxy Quest, many episodes of TV's Northern Exposure, and should begin working on this project after wrapping the Bruce Willis sequel, Red 2. I'm assuming the time-traveling phone booth will be back, but obviously the role of George Carlin will need to be recast. Now, this is not a reboot, a remake, or a reimagining. This third installment will pick up 20 years after Bill and Ted's bogus journey, and we will see how the original slackers are doing. I have always said that Wayne and Garth, Beavis and Butthead, and many others were all derived from Bill and Ted, and I am very curious and excited to see what this next excellent adventure holds in store for us. Well, thanks for stopping by. That's about all the time I have today. If you enjoyed this, please click the like button and give us a thumbs up, or subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure I'll be back shortly with more movie news and reviews, and until next time, remember people, I'm not always right, but only when it comes to the movies, and thank you for your attention.